My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. I have not taken Lava Rock in a while, intentionally. That's not to say that I was about to say, that's not to say that I've intentionally not taken it, but I have intentionally not taken it. It's just that I've also taken it, but not intentionally, because it's come alongside Nia's Bones or something like that. There is a single 3 upgrade line. It's got 4 early fights. It's actually quite a low value early half. But positives of possibly taking that line with no elites. We could pretty easily force that Lava Rock. Get 2 relics at the end of the act. Just take an easy act on the way up there. Let's do it. We'll have more card selections than we typically would have. So, how do we take best advantage of that? It's really going to depend on what's offered, right? Go for the Ice Thunder Null. Null does a lot of work for a single card. I'm just going to snap that bad boy. Rather than taking Thunder and then hoping that I find more Lightning to justify keeping that Thunder. Null and defend. That'll do it. Refract, Hologram, and Gunk Up. I'm comfy taking Refract here as my AoE, and now I've got 2 high-cost uncommons in the deck. Ooh. I'd pick up 17 health here, which, especially considering I am going to start fighting tier 2s really soon, maybe the 17 health is actually really worth it so that I can just push upgrades. Versus the idea of taking 2 upgrades here whilst lowering my max HP. Obviously, that's going to be better, right? Especially if it hits 2 of the priority upgrades in the deck. Dual Cast has been lowered in cost, and Null has an extra turn of weakness now. Alright, yeah, that definitely worked out a lot better for us. Of course, if it hit 2 strikes, you know, the judgment might go the other direction. Ugh. Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning, Momentum Strike. I don't think any of these are as strong as the average card in the deck at the moment. Especially when we consider the average card in the deck is going to be upgraded pretty soon. Ship in a Bottle gives us Capacitor, gain 2 orb slots. Yes, please. Compile Driver is a lot of draw availability for us. But especially when I'm working with Dark Orbs, I like to have a little bit more orb slots so that I can gestate them for a wee bit longer. Let's upgrade Zap, because energy cost is definitely the harshest thing about this deck at the moment. Refract solves the front line immediately. Perfect. Don't need to worry about the rest of it. Cure All, Scrape, Go for the Eyes, Cold Snap. I don't take Go for the Eyes. Do I take a single Cold Snap just because I've found no Frost Orb? No, I can't take a Frost Orb attached to an attack right now. And Cure All, is that better than a Dex Pot for us? I think it is. Let's take the Capacitor upgrade first. Prayer Wheel, normal enemies drop an additional card reward. We are going to have a lot of card rewards by the end of this floor. I'm actually happy to use Cure All here just so that I can guarantee I get value out of. All of these potions. Now, I do really need one more defensive card in this deck, but I am hoping that Given the amount of additional card selections we have access to, we'll find one. Uproar isn't bad. It hits multiple times, and it has a chance to pull either Null or Refract from the draw pile. Barrage is also actually pretty good. Pretty big multi-hit for this deck. I'm not going to take the Uproar. Null defend. As much as I want to get Refract out there for the damage on the first turn. Oh, I don't have a push available. Well, I mean, look, could have been a lot worse, actually. Probably going to be Echo Form, right? And Overclock. Alright, show me Frost Orb. Master of Strategy. 2 additional cards in the opening hand. Boot Sequence is pretty good. Defends us on turn 1 if we want to play one of our bigger cards. Yeah. I'm going to go Boot Sequence and remove a base strike. Take the solo quest there, and I just don't have enough defense in this deck to responsibly. That's what I was looking for there. Responsibly upgrade a card. Don't. Well, there's Echo Form. And worst turn for it as well. How do I feel about this? I think Echo Form is still worth it, and then Ship in a Bottle is just going to have to defend me for 10 this turn. It's a really bad Ship in a Bottle. Like, it's a Ship in a Bottle being used as worse than a block potion, but doesn't really feel like I had way too much choice on that one. We'll keep the enemy weakened here. It's important I push damage at speed right now. There you go. Defend. Barrage for 15. Oh! I shortcast that turn. Thankfully, it's not going to matter because of how much damage we have this turn, but oops. Strike Tummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. We also get the Chandelier at the start of your third turn. Gain 3 energy. Flat Cannon, Multicast, and Creative AI. Of these, we're being pushed most in the direction of taking a multicast. Specifically as a way to super evoke our orbs. And especially if we dupe that with an Echo Form, it becomes even better. Oh, Aerobus is willing to cast a skill for us at the top of each combat. Probably shouldn't be multicast for bad value. What if I'm going to take the upgrade of 6 random cards, actually. Overclock, Boot Sequence, multicast. Yeah, the rest of them were pretty bad hits, but we did get 3 good ones, so that's fun. I'm going to slide through a bunch of question marks on this line. Yeah, Boot Sequence is a great card to get upgraded on the first turn. And double up on a big Null. And then double up on a big multicast. Definitely taking a turbo for this deck. I almost think it should be 2 turbos, but it'll be just 1. Oh. Yeah, I'll take an energy every 5 turns. Cost of the deck is unfortunately half very low, half very high, so I don't think Snecko Eye is good here. Let me grab 3 max HP. Perfect. Don't need another Refract or Uproar. Claw, Focus Strike, Storm. There's an argument for Focus Strike. I feel like I only really care about it if it's upgraded, but it comes along with the 3 additional strike damage as well as amping all of our orbs. I don't think it performs enough to take its single roll right there. Yes. Yes, please. I will take that draw. I think some additional damage on Barrage could do work. That said, with Overclock Turbo, all of those, like, the slide through of the first deck cycle is so goddamn important that it's really hard for me to ever justify something other than Swift if I have power available to put Swift on. Turbo desperately needs an upgrade. Bummer of a first turn right now. Gotta hope to get Refract out soon. It's Refract. Thankfully, I've got the energy to cast it. I'll use Capacitor to see if I draw into... Dang, I do not draw into Turbo. That's tough stuff. 18 to a single target. Another 8 is 26. So I'm incapable of taking a target off. I'm dead. I'm dead if I use Refract, and I'm dead if I don't. Oh, I hate this. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's not enough defense in this deck. I mean, come on. The defense of this deck is literally I need to kill the enemy faster than they kill me. I really still don't feel like Cold Snap would actually address our defensive problem. If I saw it before taking 2 other attacks, yes, maybe. Dang. Yeah, no, I'm just straight up dead here. So I can block. The incoming damage is 25, 7, 32. So I am currently alive just slightly. Great, I'll weaken you to try and keep myself even slightly alive. But unfortunately, having just... Whoa, I was about to say, having just elected not to cast Refract, I can't win here. Is there a chance now? Oh, there's a chance now. That was very lucky lightning orbs. If those lightning orbs didn't hit pretty much exactly the targets they did, I lose there. It left both of the backline targets on 8 health, which was exactly enough health for the glass orbs to kill both of them. Colorless Potion. Choose 1 of 3 colorless cards in your hand. Sorry, to add it to your hand. It's free to play this turn. Sunder, Uproar, Iteration. I think Iteration is good for our second cycle. Very positive for it, in fact. Juzu Bracelet. Nice. Enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. Got 3 question mark rooms upcoming, so I'll take that. I'm going to grab this Foul Potion just in case one of our upcoming shops is a shop. Sorry, one of our upcoming not fights is a shop. Stone of All Time. A massive boulder sits in the middle of an abandoned courtyard. A plaque reads, Stone of All Time. Its presence, shape, and adornments indicate that this courtyard was built around this stone, and that it has never moved from this spot. Drink and lift. The foul potion. What? I don't think the potion's gonna help me, buddy. Give me Vigorous for Barrage. God damn, these opening hands. That bag of preparation on the first floor really would have helped in retrospect. Hold up. The order of cards that turn is really important. It has to be... yeah, Overclock is always cast. It's just whether or not Zap goes next. So if Refract goes out, I'm doing 26 damage to the Might, leaving you on 19. Then I push Lightning, assume it doesn't hit you, so I've got 8 damage left on the field. And then I could do 16 to you? 16 on top of... That's lethal, right? Yeah, it guarantees lethal on the front line. Now, I still take 10 damage here, but I was going to take 10 damage this turn no matter what. It's just this is a way where I also get an enemy down. Capacitor, give me an orb. You didn't give me an orb. That's okay. I'll still kill the enemy. Thunder, Compact, and Hotfix. I'm open to take a Compact here. Especially if I get a second Overclock at the same time. Hello, it's a shop! That's why we took the foul potions. I do still really like Turbo, and Scrawl is here as well. Yeah, I'm down to clown. Give me both. I'm also gonna snap a Cure-All. I'm lying and cheating and stealing my way through this boss fight. Yep. Turbo, boot sequence, drop an Echo Form, a Capacitor out there. Hell, I'll defend and I'll strike to turn around. Don't test me! Okay, so I can weaken for 3 turns while turning around to target rockets. Very important. I'm also going to hit the Cure-All this turn, so I might be able to find some semblance of defense. Right, yes. That is how that one works. Echo Form. Forgot about that. I can imagine how it might be useful to remember the cards I have. That's fine. I don't intend to. Bases are loaded for a very explosive double multicast. I don't want to turn back around. Cost me 3 health this turn, but I don't want to have to force an attack on Rocket just so that I can defend. Yikes. 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 I'm dead. God damn it. I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I really thought that the Scroll and the Turbo were going to be giving us enough energy to be able to reliably get through the deck, get our important cards up early, and then in the second cycle it just becomes extra energy and extra draw everywhere with the amount of Overclocks, Turbos, Turbo Overclock, Compact. And realistically, I still believe that's the case. I think that, you know, just a little bit more health, we get through that fight and come flying out the other end, but didn't happen this time. What do I do here? I mean, we could try and take an Elite Heavy line. There's a 3 Elite 3 rest. 3 Elite 3 rest, late shop, early question mark. Hey, that's probably the most conch-worthy line I've ever seen. I don't want to say that. I've seen four rest. Sorry, I've seen like 4 rests, 3 elite lines. I've seen 3 rest, 4 elite lines. I've seen truly ridiculous things for the booming conch. This is pretty good for the booming conch, I would say. I can't go around throwing out hyperbole and then expecting people to turn around and believe me when I say something. Ah, null. That's actually also a really good draw on an early turn into boss fight, so. Ooh, yes. I will happily steadify some of these. I'll steady a dual cast and null so that I can keep weaken and deal double damage. Double evoke, rather. In hand for the right time, and having not yet taken a defensive card, I'll take Fresnel Lens so that your leap blocks us for infinity bazillion. Oh, I love it when it does that. I'm not going to be good at killing the Toadpole in the front line next turn. Oh, that was the worst outcome. Hitting the backline twice was only a 25% possible outcome there, but in order to that happening, we have to take a full 7 damage here. The minimum damage we could have taken that turn was 4 by just double attacking the Thorned Tadpole. Shadow Shield, gain 13 block and 1 dark. Yes, I do think I'll take the defend with a Dark Orb in the deck that's currently just got Dark Orbs and retention. Actually, yeah, I do think I'll take one. Infinite. Everything I've ever wanted? Look, you could twist my arm. I might be interested. Leap, Uproar, and Bulk Up. I'll take Leap just as a comfy, thick defense. Then I need Dual Cast upgraded yesterday. Shadow Shield turn 1, that's the kind of thing we're looking for. Zap, Shadow Shield defend. Could have been Leap, but it doesn't matter. I'm open to using the deck spot this fine, actually. Null for the weekend. Still take 5 damage here, but now I've got damage on deck. 60 damage stored in the next Dark Orb. Perfect. GG. Centennial Puzzle, Bulk Up, Adaptive, and Claw. Is it worth me taking a single copy of Adaptive Strike if I don't intend to play it in every fight? Like, it's bad up front. So when is it good? It's good when I'm pulling something back from the discard pile, and then I'm just pulling back 18. So it's good when I have, what? A bunch of draw? A bunch of cycle? In what condition? I'm not saying in general when is Adaptive Strike good. Like, in this deck, when does it become the best way for me to deal damage? On first draw, it's fine. It honestly compares relatively with Null. It's pretty good, I guess, with Booming Conch. 18 damage on turn 1, and then I'm putting it into the discard pile, trying to pull it back. It's really good if I've got Go for the Eyes. Sorry, Go for the Eyes. All for 1. But, like, what's not good if I've got All for 1, you know? I don't think I want Adaptive Strike here. I think it's a bad way to do what the deck is already doing. Let's get the third turn of Weaken. I'll take 2 additional potion slots as well. You know what? I got a lot of self-belief here. I want to take the opportunity to upgrade a defend. Okay, 6 damage to the back line and then dual cast. Perfect. Then just push the front down. Leap, smokestack, cold stack. Nope. Done. Zap, null, defend. Getting weakened out on turn 1 is nice. Obviously, I would like to take a little less than 7 damage, but I'll take what I get. Dual cast Shadow Shield, throw out an additional strike. Sadly, we're 1 damage short of being able to kill the enemy in the optimal amount of turns. Hopefully I draw a relatively defensive hand. Yeah, that's not relatively defensive. That's my best defensive hand. And then GG. How did Nib and... Pen Nib, rather. Every 10th attack ability deals double damage, as well as Powdered Demise. 9 HP every turn to Soulfish. I'll also take a Cool-Headed here. Tempest, Sweeping Beam, Hotfix. Nope. Utter disinterest in those. I will simply remove a card. This is why we kept the Explosive Ampuel, by the way. Shadow Shield, drop a Cool-Headed as well. We're now comfortably defended. Throw the Explosive Ampule and strike. Right. Leap. Null. I'll even zap to push forward. Right. I do 7 damage. I can do 7 damage next turn. I can't do 7 damage next turn without evoking. Incoming damage is... Alright, fine. I'll dual cast here. It saves us a little bit of damage that turn, as well as sets up another lethal next turn, so it matters enough. And then if I weaken you, you do no damage, as well as me pushing more of my own damage on the fields. Cool-Headed, zap, and dual cast for the kill. No damage taken in that fight. Radiant Tincture. Additional energy this turn and at the start of the next 3, and then Bronze Scales, 3 Thorns for combat. Null, Fight Through, and Cool-Headed. I don't think any of these improve our standing again. Cool-Headed desperately wants an upgrade. The additional draw is extremely impactful in this deck right now. I'll throw Powdered Demise from turn 1 because this is just a race. And I'm gonna win. Yes, I'm gonna win. I'll light the fuse and I'll never lose. Because I am prepared. I don't need to do the whole, like... I just want to because now I can hear it playing in my head. Beautiful. Well, actually, there's no reason for me to throw the dual cast away this turn. I can't kill this turn. I'm gonna have to use Radiant Tincture. Literally survive on 1 health. It's all good. Everything's fine. See? Teehee. All for one, Fragment, and Echo Form. Echo Form giving us the ability to double cast any of these 2 costs with consistency is just... Especially if I find Darkness. Good lord. At the end of your turn with unspent energy, gain 2 additional energy next turn. That's a little hard for us to fill right now, but it'll be very easy for us to fulfill after we get our first copy of Turbo. Got exactly enough money. Exactly just a bit more money than I need in order to remove my second card from the deck. Echo Form, of course, is not going to be needed every fight. And now my goal is to make sure that I retain the pen nib for the next combat. GG. FTL, Feral, and Uproar. No need for these. Ooh, vulnerability doesn't matter too much to me, so I'll just take a little bit of AoE from Exterminate there. Ice Lance does good damage, and it's especially good as a card to just dupe. Obviously, Ultimate Defend is a big defend. I will take an Ice Lance, actually. Well done. You got me to take a thing that wasn't a removey. Yeah, but here's the kind of reason I want to take stuff like that. Ice Lance. Big damage from pen nib, you see. Ice Lance. Yep. Uproar. Hey, Uproar's a little bit more appealing now that it's... it could pull Exterminate, though. Alright, I'm not taking it. Oof. Oh, thank you for drawing actual defensive card there. Sadly, it's really difficult for me to do 18 defense on a single turn. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, this is the best I can do. Null dual cast, I'll end that turn, and in doing so, finally get my Pale's Tears active for the very first time this run. That's right, for a limited time only. Pale's Tears, featuring musical guests slapping on his big old clay tummy. Skim, null iteration. I mean, skim is correct, but it's correct in anticipation of a card I don't have, so... is that correct? Is that what correct means? I don't know if that's what correct means. Oh boy. Tough stuff, you know? I'm just gonna drop a single defend there, and then at least I get my Pale's Tears active again. Returning guest host, Pale Tears! Ice Laws? No, Exterminate! Kills them all, you see! And then we can let God sort them out. I gotta tell you, this fight could have gone a lot worse. Hologram, definitely. Thank you kindly. Take the Zap upgrade to be 0 cost because the whole high cost of everything. Lasting candy. I love it when my candy lasts. Cool-headed defend zap. That's the best I can do this turn. But it's got a Pale's Tears on the other side of it, so not half bad. A null. Hollow back a zap and zap. There we go. Unfortunately, I've got to suffer those two toxics, but it's gonna go pretty okay. Oh, I thought it was gonna go better than that. That's not okay. Tough. Focus potion, iteration, focus strike and chill. No. I'm gonna have to rest it because I really don't get a choice. Hopefully I find turbo in one of the next two spaces. It doesn't have to be turbo, right? It could be any zero cost that gives us additional energy and status called void. Any of them that you can think of. Finally, an echo form out and I can play it. Nice Lance gives us comfortable defense and damage that turn when echo forms. Perfect. Turbo. Ain't I a stinker? Alright, let's drop a Ice Lance on this big bad front. On the big bad backliner, is what I meant to say the whole time. Oh, damn. That's an echo form out with Pale's Tears still. Beautiful. Synthesis. In a deck that I have echo form, it just doesn't make any sense to avoid a copy of Synthesis. Turbo needs an upgrade. It needed it ages ago, that's why I rested in the previous position. We'll take Focus Potion from the top of the fight here, especially because I can use Ice Lance to turn around as well as defend. And by using a Radiant Tincture on turn 1, we're also going to be floating energy so that I can much more comfortably play out our next hand. That Echo form is very playable as well. Yeah, Echo form's in our next hand and played. I'll happily leave it there. I take 3 damage, but I don't put a Void in the draw pile. Echo form out. I'll put a Shadow Shield into this cycle, and then cool-headed a new draw pile. Then I'm going to hollow back the cool-headed and play it again, ending that turn. Beautiful. Comfortable defense here. Sets us up to just, like, double cast something. Go with Shadow Shield for the full defense. Yeah, Ice Lance follows up with really good damage as well. Yeah. Ooh. Double null, though, is a lot of vulnerability to go out. Perfect. This little floating above our energy pool that we're doing currently and constantly here as well. It's exactly what I've been looking for the whole time. Very glad to see it. Yeah. Just drop Ice Lance, no reason not to. Okay. Out of energy that turn, but we're back on top of it. Come on. Yep. Ice Lance. GG. It's machine learning. Additional draw at start of turn is going to be really, really, really useful for us. Oh, power in opening hand? No. Fiddle. Draw 2 additional cards each turn. It stops me from skim and cool-headed. Okay, that's too far, I think. I'll take the Choices Paradox and use that mostly to pull fight-specific answers. I've only paid for 1 removal still, so that means this is 150. Tesla Coil. Oh, sorry, not Tesla Coil. Boot Sequence. Fight-specific answer. Fully defended on turn 1. And our Pales Tears in comparison. I think I got that right. Null, cool-headed draws. Okay. Dual cast Skim. There's the Echo form that I was meant to draw ages ago. I'm gonna drop the defend here so I don't have to take the additional 2 damage. There you go. Boost away. I do not need that. Glasswork is pretty good AoE here. Sucks. Hologram back the same dual cast and finish him off. Compact, thank you. It's just a solution to Eon Glass at the end of the act. Retention of our first hand is really nice. So is additional draw. I feel compelled to take that machine learning actually. And I'll also snag a focus potion and just drag that along with me. I'll take Meteor Strike and only play it when it can. Not bad. Oh, sick! I can play Meteor Strike! 24 on backline. Meteor Strike still in draw. Okay. Start with Cool-Headed. Drop Zap as well. I'm going to play Echo Form. I'm going to hologram back the... Oh, there's no turbo to hologram back there. What the hell did I think I had a turbo in the draw pile for? Ah. Right. Yes. That's fine. We took a lot less damage to it than I thought we would have. Okay. Let's follow up with 24 damage to both of you. Definitely need a Glacier just to cover our additional defense. I think we're probably done now, rather. I don't have enough powers to really care about an additional power here. Attack for Weaken would be lovely. Thank you, Mad Science. I would love to see Machine Learning Innates. Akabeko, at the start of combat, apply 6 Vigor. 6? Sorry, 8. I don't really have great cards for taking advantage of that, to be fair. Let's take Shadow Shield, and unfortunately I think my play this turn should just be Echo Form Zap. But, you know, double Shadow Shields. Pretty reasonable defense this time. Yeah, I'm gonna double Shadow Shields. And then grab the additional defense from following turns. Beautiful. Ooh, Exterminate's already drained all of our damage. Okay, so it's got to be Glacier. Wait, no. Double Synthesis Glacier. Right. I don't need to take the risk as the thing. I can just delete the target. And then dual cast at the top of the next turn to finish the fight. Smokestack Elite Iteration Beam Cell, no need. Still looking for Copy of Darkness, but it might be way too late. Take that multicast and keep it in hand. Thank you, kindly. Let us Glacier into Shadow Shields. Perfect. Turbo, Skim. Yeah, we do get down deep enough to play Hollow, Turbo, Turbo, Echo. Strike Pass. Yeah, that's not great. I feel like I have to throw the double null here for the not for the vulnerability, for the artifact shredding, so that when I double Mad Science next turn, I can actually get weaken on the enemy. we go. Weaken on the enemy. Dual cast cool-headed for defense. Leap is the best defense. I can add that turn. We take 10 damage. Yeah, it could have been better. Could have been a lot worse, though. And then this multicast is looking to do 180 damage. I'll let it. That vulnerability double null next turn is lethal. Entropic Brew, nice. We got a lot of potion slots for that. And War Paint. Upgraded iteration. That feels a bit better. Just for the second cycle with Queen Eon Glass specifically. Entropic Brew versus Flex Pot. Super critical. Well, see, our defense is going to be really lacking this turn. So, like, charge battery? Oh, God. There's no way I'd take a target out, is there? No. God damn. This sucks. Well, charge battery, defend, zap, best I can do. It's half. Oh, that's a lot of HP that we lose. That's a lot of max HP that we lose alongside the HP that we lose. Oh, God. I'm going to use an Essence of Darkness just to push damage for the fields. Takes the target off. Nice. I've got Turbo in the draw pile, so I'll drop the additional defend there to save 2 max HP and 2 current HP. Boy. If I hollow back, I'm hollow backing the dual cast, do 24 damage to one of you, not enough to take you out. If I do Ice Lance, I take a target out, but I don't defend enough to even save my own life. I have to cool-headed. Hoping for Turbo, thank you. With cool-headed into Turbo, now we can appropriately defend as well after doing that. Drop Turbo so that I can hit and defend and then go. Great! Ugh, getting to keep all these potions is really important, but damn. Capacitor versus Compact. I do need a capacitor in this deck. It's... No, I got the hologram and the single one. I can't take the additional. I can't take the additional elite fight. I was hoping to. I was definitely hoping to. Trash the treasure. Whenever you create a status, also channel random orb. But I only create one status from one card. So that's not actually ultimately going to be a good idea for us. Scavenge is pretty good as another removal. Production... Actually, I'm going to take production to help us pay in the first cycle for the energy that we need. I'm going to rest in anticipation of this boss fight, and then go, go, go! I'm more scared of the next boss fight than I am of this one. But that doesn't mean I can't be scared of both. Let's hologram back the leap. Leap again. It's actually a lot of comfort for turn 1. So I'll be saving as many potions for the next fight as I can. 1, 2. Hey, that's, again, really good turn. I'd love to see Echo form out very soon. I'll use Clarity Potion this turn. Hollow Echo form. That's pretty soon. Yeah, well, see, the thing here is I am dead on board, so I'm going to have to use all my potions. Entropic Brew refills and shows us a Block Potion and I think a Clarity Extract that I'm also going to have to play. Block Potion. Regen Pot, Ice Lance, and 12, 12, 12. That'll do it. We're fully defended. Well, we are defended against lethal. That's what I meant to say. Dual cast for our first card. That should be vulnerability and weaken for that bad boy. Dual cast some damage on the field as well. Drop Glacier for comfort. I'm going to drop double null here as well, because it's important that I start building a robust damage set to throw at the queen when the queen is ready for it. Let's double up on machine learning. I will use another turbo this turn, then Ice Lance on the front line. And Synthesis finishes as that turn. Okay, 45 incoming damage from the enemy this turn. Mad Science is available. Dual cast accounts for a total of 80 damage this turn. And I will be using Glacier, so 1, 2, Glacier. Then incoming is 30 versus 26. Let's hollow back that dual cast, because it retains in hand. End that turn. It's okay damage. It definitely could be better damage. That said, that is pretty good when I can just throw 2 nulls, and that's already the full defense for the turn. Double up with Mad Science. I'll drop Compact, turning that Void into fuel. Nothing else need done. Full Head will be the one I dual cast. Sorry, Echo form, rather. Now, 9 by 5 is 45. We're currently comfy against that. Throw the strike end turn. And one more cycle of this and the queen's down. I'm much more worried about Eon Glass with no potions. I tried to save the potions for that fight, but you saw just about how well that went for us. Granted, Echo Form out on turn 1. Kind of thing that might help. A compact that retains in hand definitely makes sense to us. I'm gonna go single machine learning, single defend. I can't cast anything else. I wish I could. If I put myself energy behind, I'm just never getting that advantage back. I'm gonna drop iteration. And production, then cool-headed. Okay. Ice Lance adds Withered Glacier to hand. I'll turbo that one immediately. And then Glacier at the end of the turn, full defense covered. We get to retain the other compact still. Okay, the main goal this turn is get Echo Form out. I'll do it. Mad Science, Synthesis, Echo Form. And that Wither doesn't deal damage to us, courtesy of the Frosts. So I can retain this. No, you know what? Screw that. What if I just destroy all of the Withers as they come in? You'll never scare me. That card comes back with retention. Dual cast Null gets us weaken available on the enemy. Pretty good. Okay, I'll take 2 damage to my body this turn, but I'm okay with that. Let's go with cool-headed. Dual cast Mad Science with the vulnerability as well. Let's defend. Defend. Now this compact, the upgraded one, destroys both Withers, creating 2 fuel, and I'll throw a Ice Lance at the end of that turn. Keep that compact in hand. Great. Capacitor and Machine Learning both get to come out here for free. Oh, that was double Capacitor. Yeah, that was definitely the right one to dupe as well. I forgot. I always forget that I have Echo Form. Doesn't matter how many clues I have. I can forget that I have Echo Form.
Don't ever test me!
I mean, damn, I just want double Ice Lance. Dual cast, cool-headed. Dang. Each of those is going to try and deal 9. God damn. Am I dead? Just 2 me Withers in this and no compacts? It's 9 by 4 is 36. 36, 26 means the incoming damage is 52. I am currently blocking 42. 44. So I'm gonna have to hologram back Dual Cast and play Dual Cast to have a chance. Yay, there's all my compacts. Got double shadow shield. Double shabble shield. End that turn. Well, now I'm retaining a compact in hand, so I can't be screwed the same way. You're gonna have to screw me a different way. Wait. Hit him with the double big ice lance. That's nice damage when it happens. See what the cool-headed has to say about it. I'll compact my way through past these withers. And then I'm going to hologram back that same compact, which retains in hands, guaranteeing I have access to it next turn. I'm going to double the leap. I literally just need more defense. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this compact can hit literally all those withers. And I'd be happy to throw away all the fuel as well. Puts us one short of generating a new wither, but obviously we can just deal with that when we do. Double synth. Compact all those withers. 1, 2. I still can't just be drawing dead consistently, so that wither will just have to be able to deal damage to me in order to let me not just draw super dead next cycle. Double drop Shadow Shield to start with. Damn. Let's have a leap. So the incoming is 30, 66. So 1 defend comfortably solves that. Then I'll throw a strike to increment our pen nib. Be nice to be double casting Ice Lance this turn, but it's not in the cards. Make the enemy vulnerable this turn. I think so. I think this is going to have to be, like, dig for lethal turn. Yeah. I'm going to hologram back Turbo. Then Turbo. We'll hit it with the double draw. There it is. Ice Lance with double damage, and then dual cast for the win. GG. That was just fighting tooth and nail, struggling my way up to the goddamn top. Get him. Get him. Lie, scam, cheat, and steal, baby! We made it! One award for making it up there, apparently, is all we deserve. Alright, if I don't agree with your game. It wasn't the flashiest victory, but it was the most victory. In that it came pretty goddamn close to losing a fair few times, but made it through. For the moment, my name's been Rhapsody. A special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.